Hi, I'm Blake, the drink chef and your personal bartender. And today I want to show you a trick that I learned a long time ago from a true Aussie. It's been a great trick for me over the years, and it can be a great trick for you. It's called the Australian tea bag trick. And you take a normal tea bag like this, and then you tell a little story about that. And the story goes like this. There's a collaborative rocket ship being built between the Aussies and the Americans. Aussies are the engineers of the project, and the Americans are the sponsors of the project. Since the Aussies don't really want to work with the Americans, they're going to throw a bunch of wrenches into the project, but they're still going ahead with it. So, the first thing that the Aussies come up with, they're going to have a rocket ship made out of a tea bag. Yep. Everybody has a good laugh at that. And the Aussies say, no, we're serious. We're going to have a rocket ship made out of a tea bag. Then maybe you want to ad-lib a little bit and say, you're getting sleepy. No, that's not part of it. Okay, so the next thing the Aussies come up with is they say, on our rocket ship, we're not going to allow any advertising on the rocket. So they're going to get rid of the advertising. The Americans complain about that. The next thing the Aussies say is, well, you know, we know about you Americans and read between the lines and all that. So we're not going to allow any strings attached to our rocket either. And they get rid of that. The Americans are getting a little bit worried, and the Aussies aren't finished. The next thing they come up with is they're not going to allow any metal on the rocket at all. So they get rid of the staple here. And the Americans complain about that. They wonder how it's going to be pulled off. The next thing the Aussies come up with is they say they're not going to allow any cargo on their rocket either. So they get rid of the cargo, and the Americans think, well, that's the point of a rocket, is cargo, isn't it? The Aussies say, hey, no, our rocket, this is how it's going to be done. The next thing the Aussies come up with is that they say they want to launch their rocket with fire, but no fuel. And the Americans say, well, that can't be done. And the Aussies say, no, it can be done, and it will be done. So, the Aussies get ready to launch their rocket here. And they light it on fire. And then it takes off all by itself. It's magic. And then it'll come back down to where it started. Cheers. That is the Australian tea bag trick. Cheers from the Drink Chef.